that you have found us and connected with us today. I'm not seeing a lot of chatting. Usually you guys are a little bit ahead of me on that. So hopefully we can connect, and if anybody's having a problem, you can always send a quick message. Hi, Irene. Okay, we obviously found somebody, so that's good. All right, so orders of business first. Debbie did her first chemo on Monday, and she did fine, although her head was freezing. And I'm sure she'll tell you more about it later, but it was very cold. The cold cap that kind of helps with a lot of the pieces of helping during using chemo. And it's something that's a little bit extra that they're doing. And so it was very interesting to hear about earlier this week, because I had no idea how cold was cold until then. Hi, Mary T. So she was feeling pretty well. She felt fine on Monday, other than being tired. And then yesterday, not tons, but today it's really causing a lot of aches and pains. So we knew that it would hit you to your bones, and she was prepared for that as a side effect. However, that at this point is the only side effect, and the big ones are not occurring at this time. Do I have that right, Bryce?
Yes, you do.
Okay, see, I try and keep up. Hi, Glenn. I hope you're having a good evening. And did you guys do something on Saturday?
We did not. We canceled.
Okay. All right. So on Saturday, Bryce and Debbie canceled, and I'm not sure if you knew any of the information, because I didn't pass it out last week. And that is that Bob has passed away. And
put it in the newsletter.
Okay, so it may be seen in the newsletter if you read it. If you don't read it, then you should, because she usually keeps things up to date as much as possible for personal lives as well as business. And so anyways, I kind of had wondered if you guys were going to take the day and take a break, and I'm glad that they did, because they were ramping up for Monday on top of it. So things are going well. And I think that that's it for any of the announcements. If you have any questions, you can always ask me. I am going to give you, and I'm going to say it at the end as well, I'm just going to give you a heads up that the best way to reach somebody to get an answer quickly is going to be by doing customer service at simplyspecialcrafts.com. Somebody checks it every day, and we try and respond within 24 hours of the time that you send it that. And that will be very helpful over the next few weeks as things progress with Debbie starting chemo. So I think, hello, Catherine.
And hello to Diane.
And hello, Diane. Oh, Catherine, my husband would be very jealous at this moment in time coming from Scotland. He really wants to go so bad. So one of these days we're going to have to. So let's go ahead and start in with some of the goodies. I actually want to bring this and show you all of these wonderful colors. And I'm going to have Bryce zoom in on that. Now, this color and this color and this color have some similarities, but I will tell you that they are all different colors, as well as this color. So there are going to be some that are really close in colors, but this is the same stuff that we had earlier on during our Christmas Black Friday. It's the items from Distress Inks colors, and it's the glazes of embossing powder glaze. And we have just gotten in a whole bunch of colors. And so I just want to show you, I know that we show you a lot of colors one at a time. And Brittany and I thought that maybe we could try something a little bit different, which allows you to see all the colors online. I'll maybe stop and pick up a few of them just to show, but this is all the regular Distress ink colors that are already available. This just is in glaze. And so I know that you've seen all of these colors before, just from a different medium, like our oxide ink as well as a regular ink from Distress Inks. And so let's go ahead and let's look at a few. And I'm going to try and choose some with different colors than what we've seen before. So there is Wilted Violet, and there's a little bit of a blue reflection that's happening. It's not, I'm going to move this off to the side. So that's just on the plastic on the outside, as you can see. On the inside, that is the color. But it really does have that blue that maybe is hitting on the plastic from the lights above. So this is the Wilted Violet. This one is the Speckled Egg. There we go. That's probably a good way to see it. Right there. Haha, less glare. Okay, and then we have the Pumpkin Spice, but we also have Saltwater Taffy. I find it really interesting that the Saltwater Taffy almost looks more orange than the pink that we see in the ink. So there will be slight differences, but not much. It's still kind of a pinky orange, I would say. And then let's see, this one's a nice, bright, pretty color. Picked Raspberry. So there you go. Picked Raspberry. So I'll go through and I'll pull out a few extras. If there's any particular colors that you would like to see the most out of some of your favorite Distress ink colors, just ask me and I will see what I can do about finding them. We have Crafter's Companion has a new product for us, and this is Luxury Foiled Acetate. Can you say absolutely lovely? Let's see if I can get it behind something that's white. There we go. Oh, these are so pretty. Look at those foiling effects. And I don't know if I'm showing you the correct, oh, that's the back side. So keep in mind that most acetate is silver on the back of any of them. So you always have this ability to use the silver or the red. So if you might say, well, I really don't want red Christmas limbs, fur, you can always use that side and it will be just as pretty. So just a thought. It looks like we have 3 of each color. Yes. So we have it in green as well. And Bryce, would you mind too much looking up to see what the price is on this? So Debbie has put it on sale again. We have a sale again. Isn't that great when you can come back again and again and find something new each week? So look on your newsletter a little bit later and it will go through and tell you what is some of the things that are for sale and the link, but you can also just go online. I will say if you want to wait until everything's in there, you can wait, but maybe something will disappear if you do wait. So take a look. You can always ask for us to hold it and we will hold it for you until you have a chance to add the rest of whatever it is that you would like to do. Some red snowflakes. Yes. Let's see, it's called Festive Red and Green, and it is CC, because these are long, CC dash PAD 12 dash LUX F as in Frank dash F as in Frank ERG for festive red and green. So we have some border in pretty colors here. Is it not showing up on there?
Yeah, show up. I'll try to search.
Try going under the new listings, and it should be up in that first little bit too. That would be another way. There you go. So it is 50% off. So this entire little set of 3 of each design in the 2 different colors means that this is 12 pieces of acetate for $11.50. So hop on the foot and do the good thing. Hop right over, put it on order if you like it, because I have a feeling that it will go fast. So this is one of them that's on sale. This is Crafter's Companion as well. We got a good size stack of different stacks. So this is Crafter's Companion Mediterranean Dreams. They always look like this is the paper, but this is just a little tiny picture of each of the papers. So let's take a look. The tile mosaics, and
it's double-sided.
It is double-sided. Thank you. Usually I go through one side. In fact, I think I'm going to stick with that. We'll go through one side and then you can see the back sides. So there's 3 pieces of each pattern. My mom is going to love this paper. Oh, that one's very pretty. Lots of yellows, but kind of almost a goldish yellow on some of them. And then the ones that are more representative of fruit are a little bit lighter. But these are beautiful. That one. That one makes you think of tiles. Yes, yes, absolutely. Hi, Adeline. So take a look. I don't know if it is just the seasonal that is on sale, and it's all of our name brands seasonal 50% off. So we've got a lot of different things that are coming through. And so I'm not positive which ones of these that aren't seasonal are on sale or not, or if it is on the same sale. I apologize. I found out about it right before we got online, so I haven't had a chance to check yet. So there is the other side of these beautiful papers. Those slices of lemons and oranges. the next one. Hi, Kim and girls. These are just beautiful.
I love the fruit sides.
Me too. So my mom, when she redid her kitchen, she had gotten the blues and whites for her kitchen, and she found some tile that she really liked. So it's not hard for me to just take off on something that you love and finding all the cool things that can go with it. That's something that I just do. And so I went through and I found her some beautiful dishware that had lemons and the Mediterranean type. So this paper would fit so wonderfully in her kitchen, and just bright and pretty colors. And if you're anything like me, folks, you have a paper problem like I've got a paper problem. You always have to love what's there, and I absolutely love the papers that I find. Okay, so this is pearlescent paper from Crafters Companion. It's called the Cosmic Collection, and it's a purple paper pad. Say that 5 times fast. These are the colors that it comes in. I'm going to show you a few of the sheens, and it is 6 colors. Let's see how many pages that is. It says 12, so there must be 2 of each, if I can do my math right. No, 24, 2 of each, 4 of each. So here's one color. This is a lighter color here on the bottom comparatively to this one. So you can see the pearlescence in the lighter. And it does have, it not only has the sheen, but then you have various different colors. Like these are 2 close together pinks. You've got blue, navy. Look at that. And it's a nice thick paper. It does have a white core, so just to be aware. Blue and then purple. And the colors are not representative on the front, I don't think. It's a little bit, it looks a little bit lighter on the front of the picture.
More intense.
Yeah. Which is why we open them. That is a beautiful teal. Hello, Karen. I don't mind white core. It just depends on what I'm doing with it. If to have this as like a background on a paper, on a top of your card, this is your backing papers instead of mirror. This will give you that really pretty shine and shimmer, and you won't notice the white core because you're usually putting it against a white card. If you put it against a black card, you'd probably be more likely to see it, but it is great for using for backings. Okay, so we have, let's see, we have some vellum that says fa la 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 la. I don't know if it's got the laws all in order. Nope, fa la la, fa la la. Because only I will keep track of that for you. Yes, it's true. Okay, so those say fa la la. And they are by Vicky Boutin. And it's called Evergreen Holly. And it is metallic gold on vellum. So And I think it's just one piece. Yes, just one sheet. But oh, how many places you could use that little sheet. And you'd have a lot. Okay. We have the Jingle All the Way Crafter's Companion. This is so pretty, guys. And they should be double-sided as well. So 3 of each, 12 designs. I guess I was trying to get something that wasn't there. Can you guys see it okay if I just lay it flat out? Is that okay? It has a little bit of a different, I feel like I see more if I do this, but it means I'm lifting up with each time. So I'm more than happy to do it that way. I just need to know what you can see. Lots of jingling bells. These would be so much fun to mix with some of the other stuff that they have. Even if the Crafter's Companion that we have, there's also, it would go beautifully with the Studio Light papers that came in for Christmas this year. Die cuts, as well as the Christmas die cuts that came from Hunky Dory and the die cut pads. You could use either one of those with this pad. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I love that it's it looks rich, but it also looks very casual in other pages as well. So kind of like a little bit, there's some farmhouse there with the wood boards, but then we've also got these really pretty plaids that are on several of them, just in very pale colors. It lets those bells really stand out. Oh, you could just use this with a word on top and just sparkle up those bells with some stickles, and oh, it would be gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, so now the back side of the papers. So here's some of that paper that I was saying was farmhouse. And then that these are brighter plaids. So there's the calmer plaids on the front side, but these much brighter looking, bolder colors on the back. So you can tell you could totally mix and match them together. Oh, it's a plaid with snow on it. Some more wood with a green border around it. It's a little bit of a grayer brown. Okay, I think this is my favorite in the entire page, but that's, you guys know me. Okay, let's see. I saw that my phone is ringing. I'm so sorry, guys. I did not turn it off. I did not think that I would be getting calls during now, so bear with us because it's a way for me to turn it off. Okay. This one's got a few pinks inside of it along with the red and green. I actually saw this really cute skirt and I almost got it. Almost got it, and it was one of those types of plaids. This one's soft too, but I think I like the other one better. And then look at that nice bright color. Okay, so that is the Jingle Bells. Oh, Jingle all the way, not jingle bells. Jingle all the way. This one looks like maybe it got a little bit of indent on this end. I don't know about the others that we have downstairs, but usually whichever one has the indent is the one that we, if we have something like that come in that's got a little dent, it's usually the one that we open. And so I seriously doubt that it would be on all of them, or else you'd see it on all these other pads as well, because they all came in the same batch. So this could have been a drop error. Isn't that beautiful? This is Festive Metallics, and there are 24 pieces. Oh. So this one has a matte satin color to it, and this one has the mirror, more of the mirror boards style, and the trees in a satin, and then in a mirror style. So we can see there's a little bit of a pattern here. Merry Christmas satin. Look at all those words. In the mirror. Satin silver, mirror silver. Look at those trees. I probably didn't do justice to the trees by leaving them flat. I should have picked it up. And then the mirror. And then the silver satin Merry Christmases in the mirror. And these are just one-sided. Because what would you do with them both on both sides? And just would kind of, you'd end up wasting it. Okay, does anybody have a request, or do I just get to close my eyes and pick some of these glazes that we started with and I show you a couple more colors? I think after all of that Christmassiness, we already showed that one. There's got to be some Christmas time colors right here. A little bit of the golds.
Karen asks if that paper gave us the GSM on the mirror card one that we just showed.
250. I think most of Crafter's Companion is 250. No. 180 GSM on the jingle card. So that mirror is definitely a little bit thicker. Okay, so I've got kind of a goldish color. It's called Fossilized Amber. Gotta put some little bit of sparkle. And then this is one of our green ones. This is not the Mowed Lawn. This one is Cracked Pistachio. So kind of one of those merry and bright colors that we see on the Graphic 45s recently. This one is Candied Apple, and this one really is a bright red. So wouldn't these go beautifully with these? Look at that. You'd have 3 glazes that would just match perfectly. So there are a few others that I'm just going to kind of pull from. That's Crushed Olive, which we've had before. Peeled Paint. It's more of an olivey color, but a darker. And this one is Lumberjack Plaid. So can't get any more Christmassy than that, huh? Well, I guess you could get more Christmassy if it was called Holly or something. But and then again, if you didn't see all the colors that we had, because I'm not going to show you all of them or else we will be doing colors all day. Here are our colors that just came in with that glaze. If you missed it a little bit earlier, we're getting a whole bunch of the Ranger Distress ink colors in a glaze embossing type powder. And it is called a glaze. So I want to make sure that you are aware of that. So it's going to kind of give you a little bit more of a shine like a glaze would when you heat them up. Okay, there's those. And I am going to show you just the covers of these. We had such a good response and a quick response, by the way. So if you didn't get this the last time, this is the time to get it. We got in some more of the vintage summer handbags. Debbie had given you guys sample example of how they're folded. And then we have summer sorbet as well. So it will be, it may possibly not be in our most recent new listings. Usually Brittany tries to put them in that area if we are brought some in after we were out, but they may also be in what was in November's calendar or October's calendar. I think in November's calendar. Look at these guys. Aren't they super cute? Look at those llamas. They are all festive and decked out. These are handmade Christmas embellishments. And it's from the Little Birdie collection. We have, I'm going to move that over a little bit. We have some cutting dies from Simon Hurley. These are spellbinders, but Simon Hurley's design. So spellbinders, daffodils. So it's going to give you that 3D daffodil. This one is pretty. Look at that. And all the it's little too. You could have it in 3D using all of these and these these little tiny insides, or you can use it in its actual stem and use these as your 3D attachments to that. So you've got a couple of different ways that you can use it. We'll have to keep our eye out for those bags in Halloween and Christmas. Thank you, Karen. This is some Stamperia die cuts. It's from the I think it's All Around, yeah, All Around Christmas. I don't think that we've had these before. We've had the papers, but I don't recall the die cuts, and I would have noticed them, I think. So if you have, last year we got the All Around Christmas in, and so if you still have that paper pad around like I do, you should probably get some of these. And again, if you missed out on my announcement towards the beginning of this, we do have a seasonal sale that is continuing, plus Debbie has just put out all the new seasonal out. So you may find that the items that you've gone through before might be gone now, but you will have new sale options now. These are little super tiny. So I'm gonna, I think I seem to always see things better when I have white paper with me. So let's cover that black and white up, and then we should be able to see some of these. And so these are Stamperias. If you have had the paper or you've purchased the paper or you're looking online now to purchase the paper with the die cuts, the paper is an A4 size. It's not the normal 12 by 12 size. There's some carolers. We've got some trees, bells, suitcases, just some really sweet little ideas of Christmas. I love this pantry. Look at this. Whole little pantry, dishes and kettles and kitchen cabinets. I said this was a caroler. I was not truthful. It looks like this is a person with a basket with things in it. Yeah, so a little bit different. Some corner pieces, little socks. So there's lots of different little things that you can add to your papers. And even if you don't have the all-around Christmas paper, these are perfect colors for a lot of the Christmas stuff that we have available now too. And Christmas you can usually put together with lots of other Christmas things too. Another person. Oh, this one is a 3-fer. So you've got that, or you have a wreath. And another wreath. And a poinsettia plant to go with it. Some little yarn. See, aren't these sweet? I think time to move them out of our way. We'll add in a few more. Look at the little knitting holder that's holding balls of yarn. Hearts. Oh, they had a dog, so they got to have a cat. We have a cat that looks like that. In fact, we have 2 of them. They are identical. Another little corgi. Some pine cones, some leaves. There's some other littler pieces along the way. Here, letters, banners. There you go, guys. I pretty much showed you everything in that little pack. A few little leftover flowers and leaves that I didn't show, but you could see them there for just a moment. Okay, we have Thinlits by Sizzix. It is some dies for your inside envelopes, and it looks like maybe even some corners. So let's take a look. Yep, sure enough. So you've got your inside lace. You've got your outside dies for making scallops on the outside. You've got 2 different styles of those. I'll flip it back over here in a second. And then you've got these smaller corners or these bigger little, almost like a C. So that's usually on the tip of your envelope, usually here, and your corners go on the front or the back. So they've used their C's as backwards here on the corners. But you can also, here would be a thought too, you can also take these and just slip this whole paper into your envelope as the back side, and you can aperture those out so that they can see inside, but they can't really see inside. But you know, You could have a lot of fun with these. And then this is the bigger piece that you can see here that I said was more like a C. So you can be very creative in different ways that you can do these. And wouldn't it be fun to have a little bit of something intriguing peeking out of a plain white envelope, even with these pretty things on the inside and just a plain white. So it's just kind of like, oh, peekaboo, check me out. Okay. We have Stamperia stencils, and we've got quite a few of them. And I want to remind people that there are lots of different stencils that we're getting in that are so pretty and so beautiful. And they're different to me than the simpler, older version of stencils. They've really upped their game. And Stamperia is one of those that really upped the stencil game. And so these you can use your Jamie powders on with your paste, your texture paste, and run those. And aren't those beautiful? You could have it in golds. You could have it in very faint colors. You name it, you can choose to do something different with it. So you've also got different ways that you can ink. So you can ink over the tops of mirror board, and then your ink will show through on your mirror board. Just make sure that you use, if you're going to use mirror board, make sure that you use alcohol inks. It will clean off your stencil if you use an alcohol wipe. So just a heads up. It doesn't have to be all brown and unique. Like that, all for the entire time. You should be able to either clean these up with water, or if you've used some sort of an alcohol base, alcohol wipes will wipe it right off. This one is stars, galaxies, moons, starbursts. With paints. So they recommend things like using paints as well as with pastes. So some of that Nuvo paste that is on sale right now in the yellow, green, and kind of like a hot pink, you can use those in here. And then this is just so simple, but so pretty as a background on your paper. So if you take and you use, for example, the yellow Nuvo on here or the green Nuvo, you can put that right on top of whatever paper that you have that you just want to maybe spark it up just a little bit. Maybe it's got a print, but you want just a little bit more. You can always put this on top. And so those are some ways if you enjoy using stencils. And if you haven't used a stencil in a while, this is the reason why I'm trying to give you some ideas as we go. Okay. One of my favorites. And it's got that sideways. Actually, there. That's a better way to see it. In this particular case. So it goes and has almost a bannering effect or a scroll maybe look to it. And then look at these. And keep in mind, you can also mask these off just like you would mask off a stamp. So you can mask off sections and make different colors within the section. So you don't have to worry about, oh, well, the holly should be green and the poinsettia should be red, and I don't know how to make that work. You just mask them like you would anything else. And how I would do that, I would take a piece of paper, I'd put it under here like this. I would put on just one color and take this off. And then you can use this as your mask to cover it. Your double sticky notes are another great way that you could mask. So just do it like you would, not with paste, but just with some ink. So your double-sided sticky yellow tape that we've got too. Not double-sided, it's a sticky note that's sticky all over the back. That's what I was trying to say. And so you can take and put that under here. rub it just with a color. Black is fine. And then you can see where to cut out for your shape. And then you can do a mask over the top of a different layer. So you can then have green and red in the same one, and it will look really beautiful. This one has a little deer under there, so, and the other one says, nope, can't do it. Greetings and every good wish. And then you've got these little borders. Could make some pretty bookmarks with that. And then this says, Merry Christmas once again. I can't read it all upside down. So Merry Christmas once again. I greet you. And with loyalty, my best goes to meet you. Merry, Merry Christmas, Claire. Keep in mind, it probably reads a little bit differently in another language just because of the translation. Some of it may not make as much sense, but you could also just use sections of it. So Merry, Merry Christmas, dear. May it overflow with cheer. Nope, not coming up with being able to read all of it easily. Love renewed each year, gently treat you. Merry Christmas, oh my friend. Could I... Can't make out that word. Greeting, send. So I bet you that if I ran it all through, I probably could. I kinder greeting.
Do we know what the next class is going to be, Kim asks?
The next class
might be on Saturday.
It's going to depend on how Debbie is feeling, I'm sure, because she just started chemo on Monday. She had a good day on Monday, and I gave this as kind of an update earlier in, so it's actually good that you're asking me now. This is a perfect time to insert that bit of information again. So she felt good on Monday, did pretty well, was okay yesterday. But today it's really hit her, and she's feeling the pain to her bones, which is kind of one of the things that can happen with chemo. It does. It's there to do its job. So it's going to work hard on your body. And so we'll have to see how she's feeling. And I'm sure that we will probably send it out at some point. If she missed it, she'll probably just put out a little newsletter note. So keep an eye. This is the other place to say, if you have any questions, one of the quickest ways that we can answer you is through Mary or myself currently at customer service at simplyspecialcrafts.com. And then that way we can help you with any of your packaging, any of the questions that you might have, and we can then defer to Debbie for any of the other pieces that we may not have the answer to. So no, I don't have an idea specifically for what she'll be doing on Saturday. She had started the Elegance. I have a feeling that if she is going to do one this Saturday, which I believe that she will if she feels well, this is the set that she was working on, and she had done 2 of the topper sets out of the crafting magazine. So these are the colors that you had seen before. That's part of what the roses were. But then this is one of the other topper sets in that crafting magazine kit. And it's called Eternal Blooms. Some of the really pretty papers. Adorable scoreable. So personally, this would be my guess, is that it would be this on Saturday if she's feeling well. If not, it is sitting here waiting for her for when she is. And I am sure that if we still have them for sale, then she will continue with it. And she might continue with it even if everybody did buy them, because if everybody did buy them, then guess what? You can work along with her. And it does come with a stamp too. And of course, the magazine, which we've shown over the past, last week? No, 2 weeks ago. So these are our chipboards from Stamperia. Isn't that pretty? This comes with the, what was it called? Greetings something. Let me see if it says it here. Christmas greetings? I think that's what it was called. Christmas greetings. So these are some of the chipboards. Remember, you can foil these or you can paint them because they are made with chipboard. It's made with, it's not, for them, it's a cardstock, but they, excuse me. No. These might actually be wood. They do have wood, they do have some wood ones in the past. So these look like wood from what I can see on the side as well. So these are something that you can directly paint, ink with, you name it. I know it wasn't called Magic Moments, but that is the button that they give you right up here at the top. I'm pretty positive this came with the Christmas greetings from last year's Christmas. So again, if you have some of those extras still sitting around, because I sure do, because my days have been so busy lately, I didn't get to do much of that this last couple of years. I am so going to be thrilled when we're done with all this stuff that ends the process of moving. So, all right, going to come back in and show you a couple of the other colors from our glazes. So here's 3, 4, I can count. This is kind of a brown. It's called the antique linen. So you can kind of get a good idea as to the colors based on what we've showed you down below when I held up the little group of them. And I'll do that one more time here at the very end so that we can double check and see them. And I will have messed them all up because I'm sure that they were all in alphabetical order because Brittany put them all downstairs in alphabetical order. I have no idea if we're going to be able to make that happen for very long. So let's see. One last Stamperia. It's a card collection kit from that same All Around Christmas. So it's 7 cards, 5 tags, and it gives you all of these items. 1 bookmark. So lots of little pieces in here to be able to make something beautiful with, and so super cute as well. All right, this was my almost most exciting thing that was in here, although I still think that it's an exciting thing. I was excited to see the Jingle Bells. I really like the Jingle All the Way paper from Crafter's Companion. But this is like my second. So I think this is pretty awesome. It comes set up as, from what I can tell, don't hold me to it completely. I think that I understand how it works. This is your card on the outside. This part right here is your card on the outside. So it would be white on the outside so you could decorate it however you want. And then this part right here pops up to make a little greenhouse. Isn't that adorable? So you can see here, this is also a way that you can do it. So you can either choose with windows or make a house, for example, two different ways. And these are the parts. So you have all the dies with all the little small pieces, large pieces to make the entire thing. And it's got a great set of instructions in the back as well. So you'll want to keep those instructions handy, but it is called a pop-up garden. And from what I can see from the examples and the pictures and from what I read, it looks like it's a card on the outside with a special surprise on the inside. And all of that greenery and everything is also included so that you can make it be a house or you can make it be a greenhouse. And because it's Christmas season, gingerbread, not too hard. You can make those all poinsettias there in the front and have a blast. So there's lots of different ways that you can use this, and not just as a greenhouse or a house, regular house either. Lots of choices. Okay, we've got the holly and the ivy, excuse me, Crafter's Companion, Holly and Ivy Collection vellum pad. We've had this before, so I'm not going to reopen it. Why do I know that we've had this before? Because I bought it when we got it. And they went out really fast. They were out the door, I think, in 3 or 4 days. I would say they went out the door within 24 hours of our What's New Wednesday. So they were all done. So anybody have any questions? Glenn, now that's not nice. The new outhouse for Irene is going to be that die cutting set. Oh, that's too funny. So are there any questions? And while you're thinking about any questions you might have, I'm going to restate a couple of different things. One is that there's been a new sale that's been put up. Some things are still from our previous sale, but there's a lot of new things that are also on sale. Some of the things that you saw today are 50% off. I don't know if everything that you saw today was 50% off, but there are name brands that are being any seasonal. So that means both fall and Christmas seasonal are on sale for 50% off. Maybe not everything, but Debbie really is trying to make sure that she gets as much as possible in there. And most of it should be in there by now. However, there may be a few little stragglers coming in over the evening. So if you have any questions, you can always send us a message at customer service. Send the message to customer service at simplyspecialcrafts.com, and we will try and get the we will try and get an answer to you within 24 hours. And let's see, what else? Plan on a Saturday class, but just know that if you don't see us on Saturday, it's just due to the fact that Debbie is not quite up to it for this week, just due to chemo that she had on Monday. And we need thumbs up. We need our thumbs up down below. If you would please give us one, that would be great. It tells us how we're doing, as well as others to know, hey, you guys are really having fun on this site and that it's got good information. The other thing is that down below, we just ask that you refresh the page after we're no longer live. And at that point, if you would refresh and tell us what your favorite thing is of the day, and you might even find out what is a good deal, and maybe even put that down there if there's something that you like from today, because then that tells somebody else that's going to be visiting over this week that it's there and it's for sale. So please don't hesitate to put that in, because it helps us as well get the word out that we're here and we have great deals and we have beautiful things. So with that, I am going to wish you a very happy rest of your week. And I will wish you the very merry later on next week. So have a good rest of your evening. And I don't think that I see any more questions. So have a good night, guys. Bye.